I don't know. What when do you clap cheeks? Like that?
Yeah. Clapping cheeks since the early 90s, son.
Hey, welcome to the Squad Goals Podcast, episode 9.
Who knows? Who cares?
I'm AJ.
I like chronological order.
And to my left, as always, we have...
D to the low.
And to my right, on the 1 and 2s, we have...
D to the high. It's your boy, Devon in the sky. You feel me?
And as a special guest, we have...
Oh, I didn't notice one.
C to the Los.
Ooh.
Why is everyone coming up with names?
Loke Dog Loche, you feel me?
You can be A to the J.
Yeah.
No.
You can
Okay,
be,
fine. You just be.
You could be Ajax.
BJ?
Because you clean up nice.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. You want to be Ajax?
No.
Okay, pussy.
You are what you eat. Hey! And
That'd make you an asshole.
we had a busy week. We've had a busy week this last week.
Some of us.
3 out of the 4 people, 75% of this table have had a busy week. And where did we go? What happened?
Los Santos. Oh, wait, Los Angeles. My bad.
Same thing.
Same thing, different day.
Californication.
Y'all went to GTA?
We were just playing a lot of GTA for a week.
Damn.
We went to Vinewood,
Damn.
West Vinewood,
Y'all saw the
Bompton.
the Grape Street.
Grove Street.
Grove
Yeah, we
Street.
drove through there. It was dangerous.
Grape Street. Come
Yeah,
on.
this is actually the Grape Street.
We got a couple meals from Burger
So I
Shop.
would watch out.
But yeah, we went to LA. We flew into LAX. We were there for a full week. A Tuesday
Too
to a
long.
Tuesday. Oscar weekend.
Oh, yeah, it was big.
Y'all saw Oscar? How's he doing?
He's good. It was his weekend.
I haven't seen him in a minute.
But
the award show. How was that?
No, his last name was Weekend.
I saw the guy from
Saw the
Amazon.
weekend?
Oscar Weekend.
yeah, we saw Jeff Bezos from Amazon
Yeah?
going to Vanity Fair.
What?
Yeah.
We were outside of Vanity Fair.
Did y'all buy anything?
We tried to sneak in.
Does he
but-
have a mean discount? Y'all should have asked him.
Hey.
Like, yo, if I put Bezos in the promo, do I get like 40% off?
What if he came with a box? And he's like, hey, I saw you were here. I'm just dropping this off on the way. Like, you had an order.
And he's like, I knew you had an order. You wanted Prime, right? Doesn't get any more Prime
Like,
than this.
Yeah.
if he
Special
ordered something in that party, would he get it under 2 hours?
I think so. I think they bring a personal drone. I think that's like a party trick he does. Like, he's like trying to talk to girls. Because now he's like divorced, right? So he's back in the date.
Yeah.
He's back in the dating
He
scene.
walked in with
So,
he walked in with a young lady. I
You
feel
think
like
he picked her up? He was
Probably.
just like,
I didn't see
she
him.
was like, I want like a necklace or something. He's just like, goes on Amazon. He's like, and a fucking drone.
Here it is.
A drone just busts through the fucking bar window and just drops it off. It's like, there you go, baby. Prime. And she's like, ooh. And then he gets freaky. He just gets some Trojans. Fucking brought. I'm sure he rocks Trojans. That man's
Damn.
got a monster. That's Jeff Bezos.
I thought
Trojans are like-
I thought Trojans were regular size.
They're like
Oh,
regular.
I'm talking about Magnum.
Maybe to you.
He was like
for,
he
him
always
is, for him, it's huge.
I only know the.
Sure you do.
No, I don't.
The Trojans didn't fit?
I really don't. No, they're too big.
he just gets the Romans.
What?
Not quite at the
I was
Trojans.
talking about the actual horse.
But
He
yeah,
gets a horse delivered, guys.
we went to LA. We did a lot of stuff. We had a lot of exciting things happen.
Y'all do any cocaine? Crack in the 80s. It's like the shit to do.
And we did a lot of exciting stuff. And
There's certain things we can't talk about.
what happens in LA stays
Did
in
you
LA.
know they changed the Vegas
What is it?
title? It's like what happens in Vegas always happens in Vegas.
Nice.
It's not stays in Vegas anymore.
It just happens there.
Yeah. What happens in Vegas always happens in Vegas. And
That
it's
sounds
like,
lame.
yeah,
honestly.
that could be bad. Like there was a shooting in Vegas.
Well, yeah, sometimes it's
that
bad.
always happens
Sometimes it's bad.
in Vegas. Hey, hey, there's a concert in Vegas. That always happens in Vegas. I got pregnant in Vegas. That always happens.
I guess because things are always going on in Vegas, but they could do better.
Yeah, that's whack.
Whoever came up with that, try again.
Well, on my plane ride, I kind of told you guys going to LA.
On your plane ride, you had your own.
Well, I
individual
sat by
plane ride?
myself, so it was my individual like experience. Like
Fair
you
enough.
guys didn't have the same situation as I did,
It was the same plane.
but I saw a guy next to me and he had like these documents in the like over the front thing.
Automatically calling the fucking what are they? What are
The TSA or not
the secret police
secret
officers?
air marshals.
Yeah, I'm calling the air marshal.
And it said like itinerary, and I'm like, oh, whatever, business trip. Later on in the flight, he was starting to read it, and I had nothing to do, so I was kind of reading over his shoulder, and I saw something that said $4 billion. I'm like, oh, this guy's a business guy, and he left it on that page, like on his lap, and it was like telling this story about some 18th century sailor who went down in the Pacific, and he had treasure worth about $4 billion in today's money, and his final words or something were like, someone's gonna find it, or something like that. And this guy, all of a sudden when the plane landed, he stood up, put on a fedora with macaroni in it, and like bolted as quick as he could get off that plane. Like, it was a little congested, but he like went around people, and like, I'm like, I think he's on the treasure hunt.
You should have followed him.
Yeah, for real.
He's on the treasure hunt.
You should have followed him.
And it was
And now he has $4 billion.
Look at you.
And we're negative in money.
Yeah, we spent, we lost all our
Spent
money.
money. We lost a lot.
That nigga just became.
We lost it all.
If that was Vegas, the house won. House won on that trip.
For sure.
But like, yeah, there were some things that happened. Like, we went to a club, like one of our first nights. We went on stage with the DJ. I don't see why you guys are laughing.
How'd y'all get?
Well, we went to a club, and then we met a bar, and a guy, he's like, hey, there's this cool club going down the street. If you guys want to go, I got some connects.
It's popping.
Women, tons of women, this and that.
Can I say what the guy did?
How's that?
Can I say what the guy does for a living?
What?
He makes music for poor people.
Oh yeah, he said, "Yo, I make music for poor people, you know, but I know this club next."
What's music for poor people?
Your guess is as good as that.
He makes music for us.
He has like a change cup, and that's like the fucking.
He's right outside. He's in it together.
But yeah, he took us to this club.
That is exactly what he sounded like, by the way.
He took us to the club. He brought us up on stage. We're next to the DJ. I have videos and pictures for a lot of these stories, and I might just put some random ones in as we go if you're watching this podcast.
Whatever, Dad.
However,
he had a really dope.
Let me show you a picture of my vacation.
He had a dope Boondocks jacket on,
and
he knew nothing about it.
Who was on it?
I tried to ask him.
Was it like the whole cast, or was it like Riley? Or
it was Riley and Huey. One on each side.
He said, "Who do you like more?" And he went, I make music for poor people.
I found this in the garbage.
Well,
sweet jacket though.
Club awesome, poppin'. He really did not disappoint when he sold it up. It was probably the most poppin' place on a Tuesday or Wednesday night. I forgot what day we went.
Was I Live McConan in there?
It was Wednesday night.
It was a Wednesday night.
Yes.
However,
I think it was Tuesday, wasn't it?
No, Tuesday. I don't think we went out.
When did the club go up?
On a Wednesday.
It was Wednesday.
There was just one thing he maybe exaggerated about when he was describing the club. I think it was more the point when he said, like, there's so many girls in that club. Because I've never seen a ratio like that in my life.
Yeah.
It was about 50 to 1.
Yeah, and not women to men. It was a sausage fest.
There was about 3 girls in that club. It was about 50 guys to 1 girl, and over 150 people.
But how was the atmosphere?
Atmosphere was good. It was popping. It was popping.
The music was dope. I love
There's
the music.
a dance floor about 150 guys just having fun.
Just the boys.
That's what it has to be. It should have been just the boys.
And
I think there was a sign in the front, no girls allowed.
That was the name of the club.
Woman hater. What the fuck was Lil Rascal's called? The Woman Hater She Man Club. That's what it was called.
There was one girl in there.
Alfalfa up front.
And I felt like that club, like.
Every time a girl walked in, you just hear everybody.
And the worst part was we came with a girl, and
we brought the ratio.
She took the other girl that walked in.
She took her?
Well, they became friends, and she was like, yeah, I kind of protected her from like all these guys, including us.
Yeah, she did.
You know, I want
to her?
Wow. She said that girl was too nice for us.
Wow, y'all just gonna do it dirty and then break her heart and move back to Florida, huh?
No, she could have been my future wife.
A bunch of heartbreakers.
I'm the nicest guy in the world, I feel like. I felt offended.
That
sounded sarcastic.
That's not somebody who is.
You lost your humbleness.
Look at that. Look at that beard. That's I'm gonna break her heart beard right there. That's a heartbreaker beard right there.
On the flip though, later Saturday night, we went to another club.
Girls everywhere.
Saturday night we were?
You couldn't walk 2 feet without bumping into a girl. Oh my God.
Oh,
You were like,
the Los Angeles McDittens.
Yeah, it was like
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
it was like a McDiddens, Southern themed instead of Irish themed, but it had that same vibe. But there was a bull in the middle of the place.
It was a McDittens.
I have never seen more attractive women in my life. At one point, we were leaving the bathroom, and across the way, you see the girls' bathroom door open, and there was like 10 girls in there, and they were probably the top 10 most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life in one spot.
All 10 of them.
They were
It
pretty
was
hot on there.
it was literally like the case from Pulp Fiction opening, and like you just see that gold glow, and you're like that. But it was just
Was that your dick?
it was everywhere you went. There was another girl, and then another one showed up, even more attractive, and it was insane. And I think I found my future wife there.
Because
And
you found your future wife at the other club. You just fall in love.
well, no,
LA just
I
had
said
fallen in
I
love.
said that one could have been.
But this one
Was.
What happened?
I just knew.
You
no,
knew.
but did you?
What happened when
did
you?
you spit that game?
I tried, but I didn't get a chance. I went out and pursued. She left, and I left the club to find her, but she was sitting at a table with like a big group, and I couldn't like.
What's up?
Which is
What?
funny because I don't think I've ever seen AJ pursue like that.
That is
He-
true.
he
I
was-
have never seen
He
it.
was on a mission.
You should have just went up to him and be like, "What's up, mom?
I don't pursue. I wait for them to come
Come
to
talk
me.
with me."
I think I've said this before. I'm like a falcon where I just wait and like wait for my prey until the perfect moment. But this time I was an eagle. I was
should've been like-
I was going in to swoop in. I didn't care. But they saw me when I saw her walk in. I think D'Angelo saw my reaction.
No, I saw yours too.
You were starstruck.
I went like I think
And
that.
this is in Hollywood, and he was starstruck.
Mind
by-
you, I said top 10 girls I ever saw. However, when she walked in, the list moved down a notch, and she was number 1.
So if you're out there and you're hearing this,
Holla at my boy. Holla at my
he's
boy.
looking for you.
The girl, if you were there on, let me get the date.
Isn't there a fucking app for this? Like a website?
That's called
Craigslist.
Misconnections.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Craigslist.
If you were
Back
at,
pages don't exist
He's
anymore.
like, I'm using that wrong.
what was the place called? Something Saddle?
Brooks Saddle?
If you were at some kind of saddle
Saddlebrook.
club in West Hollywood on February the
Someone
8th, 2020, and you were wearing a black and white plaid skirt and a black sweater,
And you
hit me
like,
up.
and you know, like,
you remember.
And you know, like, if you was in West Hollywood, you was the baddest one there. Hit my boy.
You
up.
came in with a group of friends,
Don't
some
waste my dog's
boys,
time.
some girls, but you came alone.
Ooh, because you knew you finna shut it down. You was like, nah, nobody come with me. Y'all ain't getting none of my shine. I'm finna come through, shut the shit down. That's how I be doing.
Watch she
That's why I roll with
watches.
y'all sometimes.
She's
Well,
one of 4. She's
just-
what if she's listening and she's like, "The fuck is what the fuck?" Jesus
Well,
Christ.
she was the only one who came alone. So
Oh, snap.
Damn, that's some sad shit.
Well, she wouldn't have been if she talked to me.
Oh,
that goes both ways.
and they said, I'll help you with that.
And then
I can fix that.
A lot of pretty girls in there though, for sure.
it was which I'll cut that out. However, I'll cut out what I said. However, in that moment, it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming how many people, and that was the only place we went to. So I don't know if that's just the only place where like every attractive girl
But
goes.
did they all look alike, or did they like?
Every type of girl you wanted. Short girls, tall girls, blonde girls, white girls, Hispanic girls,
It's
black
like Ben
girls.
and Jerry's.
It was like,
Well,
all
Sarah
the
did say that it was a tourist spot. So it was like basically
and they don't.
a melting pot of every state out in there.
Yeah, it was.
However,
it was crazy out there.
We went back there Sunday night, And it was like some country restaurant, all old people. They're like, they're eating like mashed potatoes.
What are you looking for?
But and then
Sunday night was Oscars night, so that's why everyone was elsewhere.
So the Friday night we were there,
Oscar guy is a real big deal.
Friday night, it was packed. You could barely walk, and there's a pool table, and everyone's sitting on the pool table using it as a seat.
Why?
And we made the joke like, we should just be like, excuse me, we're trying to play, even though there's no way to make the shot. But then someone did. And they like kicked everyone off to play a game, but they didn't really play because I feel like they did it as a joke, but they got the balls. However, I think they had the balls because I think it worked. Because I think all the girls were like, look at these guys, they're so quirky and stuff. Like, let me talk to them. Like,
which I don't know why that
they got attention. I think every guy, because there wasn't that many guys in that place, all had to like put the spotlight on them somehow. So like, let me kick everyone out to play pool so everyone sees me.
Yeah, it's like, check us out.
And I saw a lot of
my biceps.
It was crazy.
I saw a lot of guys in that place.
A lot of peacocking
with the guys.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. Yeah, kind of. But I saw guys who were getting girls way out of their league. Remember that? Like, I'm gonna bleep this.
He probably had a lot of money.
Remember him? He had like 3 girls around him.
Well,
he probably had a lot of money.
He probably needed 3 girls to wrap around him for a single hug.
I was gonna bleep that, but I don't want to make fun of our overweight community.
It's probably really funny. Or he got a lot more game than we do. That's
I feel like I stopped in my when I saw that girl walk in, and I just waited for the perfect moment. She left, and I went to them and I said, I'm leaving this place because I'm going to go shoot my shot because I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life.
See, you were a falcon. You weren't an eagle.
Yeah.
I became an eagle when I was going to shoot my shot.
You saw your shot.
You were like
Eagles would have fucking came in there and snatched
you. You were like a pigeon or a seagull, just like try to claim it for yours.
If she's here, there's a group. I'm just gonna go like, a fucking eagle. But if a fucking bear was eating a salmon and the eagle was hungry, a fucking eagle would be like, come down there and fucking snatch that shit out of that fucking bear's mouth and be like, this is my fucking salmon. Fuck you. America, bitch. That's not what you did. That's like, there's a group. No, fuck that.
But no, it wasn't.
Fuck that.
Even if that.
Yo, that was the perfect analogy.
I didn't care about the group. It was more they were sitting down, like they were ordering food.
You know what? That would have made you look even more. That would have made you look tall and more dominant.
You should have been like that dude from Netflix.
You should have just stood over your shoulder. You're pretty tall. You probably could have put that thing on her shoulder too. Just like not too much, cause that's assault. Just
probably not at all.
You don't want to break his shoulder.
No, just a little bit. Just be like, hey, mom. Just enough that she's like, she just feels.
That was the whole thing.
She feels a presence. She feels like your aura. She's like, wow, that's a big aura. And then you just stand over like, hey, what's up, girl? I saw you, see me, see you. So I just wanted you to know that I think you the bad. I was over there and I saw 10 girls come out of the restroom and I was like, damn, those are 10 of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen.
But they didn't stand a light to you.
You walked in and I was like, fuck a list.
You know, in the movies where like
what list?
You needed me there.
You know, in the movies where
girl,
the girl walks in, everything goes in slow motion, like
that's
the
spot.
That's how I felt. I've never had that feeling before in my life.
Out of nowhere, but you in the club. Her hair's just flowing in the wind. You're like, where the fuck she get wind from?
I really wish I was like in a relationship now, and I'm just saying, she's my imaginary
girlfriend's at home like,
the fuck?
The fuck? You just sitting at home watching it with her. You just like, I was in Cali. I don't know what you wanted from me, man.
You should have seen this girl.
Don't worry about her. You in Florida.
But
she in there.
Oscar night.
You don't make me feel like that, but
Oscar night was really cool. After the Oscars let out, I've never seen more black Suburbans and Escalades in my life.
Yeah,
what?
I thought he was going somewhere else.
Just a bunch of black people living in the suburbs. He's just like, I've never seen so many black Suburbans.
Oh my!
That's Calabasas.
My word.
He's like, in this economy?
That's Calabasas.
I know the rent here's not that cheap.
Jesus. There's that many basketball players in
It was
LA?
crazy. You just saw, as soon as the Oscars went out, everyone's going to different parties. Boom, boom, boom. They're closing down the sidewalks at some like hotels.
Yeah.
I tried to sneak into a hotel. Carlos and I were like stand at that bar, the Saddle place, that Sunday night where it sucked. Carlos and I just like peeked our head out real quick, and we saw all these cars going in. So I was like, hang on, like I'm gonna go shoot my shot again. And I went into the hotel next door. It was like kind of connected. I'm like trying to find a way to sneak in. I went out by the pool. I went up to other floors. I was like rummaging around. I was getting into a party.
A fucking street rat.
And what we end up doing?
We walked by Vanity Fair and watched. But we did bump into the little girl from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
And then
we
fucking
did.
fake flex.
She
on
walked.
Snapchat.
She walked. This 8-year-old girl from this movie walked by me as her and her mom walked into Vanity Fair, and I was like, "This girl can get in and not me."
Yeah.
You have one scene with Leonardo DiCaprio, and you can get in Vanity Fair. I guess
She was
that's
one of my favorite parts of the movie, though.
She was.
killed
No,
it.
she was
killed
really
it.
good. I'm talking that
I mean,
shit.
she was alright.
I'm talking that shit. She was really
Alright
good.
for an 8-year-old.
She outshined Leonardo DiCaprio in a movie.
You think she'll get an award faster than he got his?
If she keeps it up, yeah.
She'll get it by 9?
Yeah. Yeah. I think if she has like a part in a movie that she's in it for a good amount of time, she'll be nominated.
You think
I think
Leo's gonna come out with like some Soulja Boy beef later on?
He's gonna,
I
like-
put her on. I put her on.
I made that
And the
bitch
Migos.
famous.
What's her name?
I don't know off the top of my head. However, there was a few other things. We went to San Diego. That was really beautiful.
That was the best place
Yeah,
in
we
the
were
world.
riding birds down the beach.
Yeah, we. Well,
Riding birds.
yeah. Have you ever seen Lord of the Rings?
Flying birds.
No, birds, for people that don't know, because there might be a lot of people that don't know, are these like scooters, these electric scooters that are just littered around town, and you walk up with an app, you scan it, and you drive it, and you pay for how far you take it, and then when you're done, you just cancel, like you end the ride and just leave it wherever. And it's like almost like magic. It's like you find a bird, take it, leave, and just like
Or
walk
you
away.
can find a jump
Is
or a
it-
spin or a lift. Or
And there's other brands. There's
Is
other
it
brands.
electric?
A
Yeah.
lime.
Boogie Oogie Oogie.
But
There's a person that will come around like at night and collect them to charge
is
them.
it? Could you manually do it too?
No,
Or
it
the
doesn't
wheels
really. It
like
doesn't really
that?
work that
It
way.
doesn't turn on until you activate it on your cell phone.
Oh, start.
However, I
That's-
added up all our trips today. We drove in 1 week 12 miles on bird scooters.
Okay.
That's it?
That sounds like.
There was a lot of short trips,
Sounds like
but there was a few long trips.
that sounds like a lot of
We're flying in the city.
frivolous activity and spending right there. You could have just walked.
No, we went like 2.6 miles on one trip.
That's not that long.
To walk? You get there in like 5 minutes. You're
2.6 miles is like a 10-minute.
And with a scenery like that and being on a bird, the best.
oh,
San
the
Diego
wind,
was
wind blowing in your hair, going around people on the street, on the sidewalk. You just don't care.
Oh,
gonna
and
move to
I want to
San
say
Diego.
a shout out to that man who found my cell phone and met up with us to give me my cell phone.
It fell out of his pocket on a bird, FYI.
Yeah.
Just so, and this guy
Twice.
found it, and he was jogging, and he met up with us at Trader Joe's, and he waited there. He wasn't going to Trader Joe's. He waited for us to show up.
Traded it with you.
And you lost your phone like 4 hours again.
Yeah.
That we had to go find it on the street.
You need a fucking.
I need to
Wallet
not wear those
chain.
pants and bird at the same time
You
again.
need a fucking wallet.
I made a joke. I was like, "Huh? Do you have your phone?" It was like hours later, and he goes, "No." And then I turned around, and it wasn't far. It luckily just fell out. However,
They thought it was like the boy who cried wolf. They're like, yeah, okay. And I instantly turned around.
but D'Angelo did do this thing.
Luckily, he mentioned something right then because that's like right when I had lost it.
AJ took it out of your pocket.
D'Angelo,
Probably. Just throw it.
D'Angelo did this thing, which I still think might be. It's on par with one of the coolest things I've seen, and I saw some really cool things on this trip. That woman included. But we're in an Uber, an SUV. The driver's name was Jose. He picked us up
Oh
in
my
San Diego.
God.
We were out drinking. Everyone gets in the Uber. We're waiting for D'Angelo. He's taking some pictures with some guys on the street, and
They were trying to take pictures of me, paparazzi. Stay
we
bugging.
start
Guy from Squad Goals?
we start pulling away the SUV. The van doors open. D'Angelo runs down the street, dives in to the moving car, and just goes, Are you trying to leave me? Well, guess what? No way, Jose.
Maybe you had to be there or something.
No, I like it. I refuse to get
His name was Jose.
I know. That's why I refuse.
And then
Good times.
D'Angelo also that same night, I think found your epiphany, your food, because I never heard someone get so hype about something in my life.
What?
Oh yeah. So in San Diego they have like burritos, but they put fries instead of rice, and it's so good. It's the best thing ever.
Can you repeat how you were saying it?
They put fries in the burritos.
For the entire night.
We heard that for like 3 hours.
They put fries in the burritos, and at one point a woman walked down the street and just went, "Welcome to California," and then just walked.
Wow. She's so over this fucking touristy bullshit.
Hey, I was
In the Uber, he's like, "Yo, Jose, they put fries in the burritos here."
I was infatuated.
Yo, I can't go nowhere with y'all. They gonna know we tourists and try to like fucking. I'm surprised y'all didn't get locked up in a van and just take it somewhere. Like,
That would have been a dream come true.
Y'all not from here? All right, bet. Let's take a couple of trips.
I mean, there's so many tourists out there.
You gotta be like Compton.
I would have stayed out there.
Sir, I don't think we're supposed to be stopping in Compton. And you just see Kendrick Lamar and his crew walk out. You're like, is that fucking K-Dot? Is that K-Dot? Are they smoking shenanigans? Oh, God, that's the one with the
Better not be
shenanigans.
shenanigans.
That's the one with the shenanigans in it.
Speaking of which, for those watching on YouTube, got the K-Dot in the back.
That's why I thought of it.
Word.
I was disappointed I didn't see Blueface out there. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Blueface, baby. You just think he's out on Hollywood just fucking crip walking?
Everywhere. He's just everywhere.
He's just out on the street. It's like a Where's Waldo. You gotta find him.
Blueface, baby.
He's just running around. You gotta like, there he goes.
So you're telling me out of all the dope artists in LA,
Yes,
Blueface is the
was
one that you're
only
most...
person
Every
I
time you
wanted to see.
Blueface,
That's
you're
it.
like, Blueface, baby.
He's the most you were disappointed by.
Yep, that I didn't see. Yeah, I was mad.
Not Ice-T.
Shame.
Ice Cube.
Nah.
You have a better repertoire
Blueface.
for hip-hop and appreciation.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to meet Blueface.
Yeah, you rather meet someone.
Yeah,
I can appreciate their music, think they're better, but I'd rather meet.
I'd rather meet Blueface, baby.
Why?
I don't necessarily like Post Malone, but I feel like I would like to hang out with him.
Why?
Seems fun. He goes to Olive Garden.
Yeah, I can see me hanging out with Post Malone.
Yeah.
In Olive Garden?
Blueface? Nah, I couldn't see me hanging out with
What?
I feel like
He's a child.
I would.
Yeah, I feel like Blueface just says a lot of dumb shit all the time.
It's all good.
And I just be sitting there like, bro, this nigga's been talking for like 30 minutes, not making any sense, and he keeps saying Blueface, baby.
Offbeat and shit.
Yeah, I'm sitting there. He's talking offbeat. He's just like, yeah. So, yeah, yeah. And then I went to the yeah,
On the gang.
and I'm like, oh,
Gang.
what? I'm like, bro, talk to me straight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was mad I didn't see
Yeah,
Blueface.
Do you remember the
Kick me out.
really cool thing we saw? The guy in the club?
Oh,
There was
that
a dance floor and stairs, right? And this guy comes up at the top of the stairs, slides down the railing, at the end jumps up, lands in the middle of the dance floor, and just gets straight into the middle, like killing it. And it was like he did it with no effort. He's had to have done it before, and it was just so smooth. It might have been like the smoothest thing I've ever seen.
I would have dance battled him. I'd have been like,
I thought AJ was. He was like the AJ, but for Los Angeles.
Was he smoother than your girlfriend in at the club?
No, that girl was like butter.
Butter? Like butter.
woo. He was like, God damn, girl.
I hope she listens to this and she's just like freaked out. Like, who the fuck is this? The creepy guy who was staring at me?
God damn, girl. That gotta be some margarine enough. God damn, girl.
I'm trying to think of what other eventful
That
things
shit
happened.
look
Is that like?
look
Oh, I want to know. Is that
We went to the strip club.
like infatuating in any
you-
shape or
did you
form? Or is it
wanna-
100% weird?
Did you want to tell that story? I didn't want to.
Oh, I don't care. You can
I didn't
tell
want
it.
to put that. I didn't want.
I don't even care. I was
didn't wanna
mad.
tell that
I was
story.
mad. All right, this is what happened.
Oh, he's all passionate. I wasn't gonna put you on blast like that.
I don't care.
Okay.
I told you I don't care. Whatever.
So after the lit club, right?
Club lit.
And we're having a good time, and
Yeah.
we're like, everyone's waiting for their Ubers. We're like, hey, where's the after party at? Where's the after party? Yo,
We don't fuck with you guys.
yo, where's the after party? And this one guy, I think he worked at the club, he said like, hey, you guys want to know where I got a cool place that's going to be open till like 6 a.m. if you guys want to go. It's a strip club.
It was a gentleman's club.
And
it's a lot of suits,
if you want to continue the story, because I feel like you could tell it better. In all honesty, you could tell it better.
Nah, I don't want to tell this story.
Why?
Who, me or
D'Angelo? Is that the one where the girl fell? Yeah, was at that strip club?
No,
No,
I would.
no.
Well, anyway, we have to trek like little less than half a mile. It was a walk, right? And he's taking us, leading the pack, and we follow this guy. Remember, we asked him, hey, where's the after party? He says, I know a place. And we said, take us, right? So we get to the strip club. Gentlemen's club. It was $10 to get in per person. The guy just kind of walked right in.
He knew people there.
Yeah, he's a regular. He was a regular. So he kind of walked right in. Carlos paid for him still. Right?
Got gypped.
And then I don't really know how to explain how the rest of the night occurred.
This is what happened.
Moral of the story was Carlos was the initiator in finding somewhere else to go. And then we get there, and Carlos pays for the guy. The guy didn't ask or anything like that.
The guy was in. He paid. He was like, oh, I'm going to pay for that guy then.
Carlos walks out because he doesn't want to be there anymore.
I was drunk as hell, first of all, that night.
Yeah.
What got me mad was, before we got there, and this, I didn't tell D'Angelo or AJ why I got mad till later on. So they were trying to figure out why I was so mad. When I got there, before we got there, AJ and D'Angelo were talking about we could swipe our credit cards in ATM machines and get money out.
Which is a thing.
I never heard that in my life. You can take a credit card, not a debit, but a credit card, and put it through the ATM and get money out.
I thought you didn't know how ATMs worked at all. I was like, what do you think you put in the ATM? Credit card.
Did you ever knew about that?
Nah, I read that. I read that you can. However,
some ATMs like strip clubs, they're gonna be like, yeah, nigga, go ahead. We'll make that.
Oh
happen.
no, that didn't happen.
So we made an attempt to do so, and we were there for like 5-10 minutes
trying to get money out.
So, also he brought up. Yeah, I didn't tell them until after the fact why I'm mad. I called him out on it the entire time, going like, why are you mad? Are you mad? I'll give you the cash. Like, no, it's not that. But anyway, he's mad. He leaves. He walked around. He went like on a little adventure.
I had a nice trip out there, drunk as hell, walking around.
He went to a McDonald's that was closed.
A gas station
that was closed. Well, he came back. He came back and said, hey, well, no. He first, before he left, met the guy in the bathroom who took us there. He bumped into him and he said, hey, I think you work here, man. I think you played us. I think you tried to get us here. I think you work here. He's like, I don't work here. And he even went to a person that worked there and said, hey, do I work here? And she was like, no. And he was like, yeah, she's going to cover for you. You work here, man. You work here. And then, anyway, he leaves. He comes back, Carlos, and he goes, hey, I'm going to leave. And we're like, well, we're leaving with you. We're not going to stay. We don't got money.
We don't belong. We had no money.
You know, we had to make that very clear to many people where you don't have money.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, madam.
However,
sorry, madam. We do not.
Please remove your person away from me.
However,
I'm with the Lord.
We leave with Carlos. We go out front with him. He's calling an Uber. And he's like, I don't trust that guy. I don't trust him. I don't trust that guy. He's trying us. He's playing us. He made me pay for him. He brought us here. And we're like, yo, like we asked him to bring us. We went up to him saying, where's the after party? He says, I know a strip club. Hey, take us there. He didn't really try us. And then the guy followed us outside and heard the entire conversation.
He was sitting right next to us when
literally,
Carlos was like,
as far as Carlos is from me right now.
He's like, I don't know. I just want to get out of here. I don't trust him.
He's like, I'm going to swing on this guy. I swear to God.
Did I say that?
You were saying some stuff.
He's like, I don't like him. This guy came up. He's just like,
I was drunk.
And he remembered your name.
Yeah,
that was the best way.
He was very upset. He came up to Carlos and
he's like, Carlos, what did I do wrong?
I just want to know, what did I do to make you upset? Carlos. Like, he said his name and like...
Just talk to me.
He's like, get out of here, man.
I just want to throw this out. If this guy is watching this show, I want to say I'm sorry.
I mean, there shouldn't be any reason
because
why.
The next day, someone said, Yeah, that guy's gonna like for the rest of his life think about like, what did I? These guys asked me to take them to the strip club.
What did I do?
And then yelled at
did I
me,
do?
made a scene in front and inside the place.
Of my favorite strip club.
Probably his workplace.
The Body Shop, it was called. The Body Shop in
Oh, yeah.
West Hollywood.
Such a good name.
Working at the body shop.
But I was just mad I couldn't get money out to get a lap
Take it
dance.
to the
That's what I was
body
really mad
shop.
about.
I mean, realistically, it's
Working to the
best that we
body
left
shop.
Why?
because we didn't have any money. What you mean? Like,
I had money. I just was lying.
Oh, must be nice.
Anybody at the
Trying to
strip
keep
club
it for
got
himself.
money.
I don't-
Trying to keep it for himself. I didn't have money, so I needed to get out of there.
I don't buy lap dances or spend money on strippers
So what?
because I don't go to a restaurant and pay to look
smell
at
the-
food.
To smell the food.
Word. So what reason would you have needed to be there?
I was following you guys, the initiators. And
Wow, he's gonna. All right.
I did try to go
because
to
he's
one of
watching.
those-
Because he's being recorded.
I think we should have went to that. Was it Bravo?
Cut that.
and then this guy, the audacity, a guy comes out front of us while we're waiting for the Uber going, yo, you guys still trying to party? He's like, yeah, I'm trying to get drunk. And he's like, yo, I know a good brothel. Yo, you call the number, they give you the address. It's not on like the books. And he's like, can I drink? And he's like, yeah, you can drink. And he's like, it's a brothel. And I'm like,
They don't have rules.
he was like, yo, we're going. We're like, we're not.
Why not?
I know.
in
right?
LA.
We don't have money.
I wanted to get drunk.
And
You want
then
to go to a brothel to get drunk?
Then we get back to the place, the
wonder if they're like
Airbnb,
Lamar.
right?
They have good drinks there.
At one point, I took $100 and I threw it at Carlos on the street saying, take that money if you're upset about the ATM. And he's like, okay, I'm going to keep this. And then in the Uber, I went like, yo, low-key, I need that back. However, we get back to the Airbnb. D'Angelo went to bed. And Carlos and I were talking real quick. And I said something like, it was like $40 for the lap dance. He goes, what? Let's go back right now. And part of me almost had me and Carlos go back and just leave D'Angelo. And then just him wake up and he's like, you guys went back?
This whole trip has taught me that I'm done drinking
Me too.
to that capacity for sure.
So when we go to Vegas in May, I'm just gonna sit in my room and watch TV for 4 days.
I like it.
And yeah, that was it. Last thing, real quick, because this episode went really long. A lot of cool speakeasies there. Like,
For sure.
really hidden bars. Like, there was one that you go into like a garage and you have to open up a fridge door and you walk through and the club's behind there. There was one that was like legit hidden. It was a kitchen, like a glass window, a kitchen. They're making like, I had a popcorn machine. It was like, I think connected to a movie theater. So it looked like the concession stand kitchen. You ring the doorbell, someone sneaks out going, hey, what are you here for? And you're like, the club. And then they bring you in and they're like, how much? Like, and you're like 7 people. And you go in and there's like a stack of kegs in the back. And they open up the door and you go back there and it's like a hidden, like the size of the room we're in, speakeasy, skulls on the walls.
Wasn't
I have
the
some
entrance,
pictures.
The entrance
But-
was like a.
It was kegs.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one that has like where you open it up and there's a refrigerator.
Oh yeah, that
And
one you
go
like crawl
inside.
through a fridge and they're like legit hidden. And I thought that was really cool.
LA's dope though. If I was to move to downtown LA, I'm moving
moving to San
I'm moving to
Diego.
Little Tokyo. For sure.
Yeah, good Asian
So-
food everywhere. Good food, good vibes.
But the best, the burrito with the fries in them.
The burrito, they
sure.
put fries in the burritos. That's all for hours. I wish I had some like I recorded some of it.
And shout out to the
They're
shop
thinking.
pizza.
They're thinking
for
outside the
best
burrito.
pizza in the world.
Oh yeah, Carlos and I like we all went out and we got pizza at this place, and we were like, man, if when we come back, we got to know the name of this place. Like it was the best pizza, and we walk out, and the place just said pizza,
Oh yeah.
pizza in West Hollywood.
No gimmicks. Doesn't need anything.
Yeah,
Just,
they're like pizza.
That's what it is.
What do you want?
It's pizza.
you want pizza. That's what you want.
What you want? Go to pizza on West Hollywood.
And you know what I want? You to go to youtube.com squad goals if you want to check this out. And if you're listening to this podcast, and or if you want to listen, you could go to iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify and look up the Squad Goals podcast to listen along. And that's been our show. It went a little long, and we're out.
Much love, LA. Peace, peace.
Peace.
Coming up soon, Devon's New Orleans trip. We'll get the recap. Bye.